Good afternoon, everybody. How's everyone doing? Yeah, so this is MCHL8. The 85 f250 project I've been fooling with off and on since February or something like that, early March. We had our problems and tribulations and things like that. Hey, God, I'm not sure if I'm yet out of the woods, but I'll get into that in a moment. Well, it's in. If you can see it, that sun glare, you can probably see better than I'm viewing. But, yeah, it's in. It went in relatively well, honestly. I'm impressed. I was really impressed with it. The latest, I got this fender in, and I think it's coming along nicely. Down there, yeah, I'm waiting for a starter to come in. Yeah. I don't know if I screwed up or not. I knew I was going to be doing an engine, this engine, for this truck. This was back before the project actually started. Alright. The second engine after the first attempt. What was it? Yeah, if you look back, or if you've been watching a little bit, you might recall the main bearing bolt that snapped off in the cast iron casing. You might recall that dilemma. So before that took place, I had an opportunity to go out and look around a little bit, and I was looking for things that I would need for this ordeal, and I stumbled across a bell housing. All right, well, I grabbed a bell housing, and it was from a 302 of this era. All right, small block bell housing. Shouldn't be a problem, this and that and the other. I know Fords can be finicky with things, but so what I did was, between the three engines, no, I'm wrong. I'm sorry. Let me try this again. I picked up a transmission for another little job. That was it. That thing. All right. I went out to get a cross member. That was when I went out. Okay, sorry about that. Let me get this right. I picked up a transmission with a bell housing for another job that we're going to be doing in the future. It's available. Get it. I wanted to get the cross member. That didn't work out. That was too far gone. All right, whatever. It's fine. So that transmission was out of a 302. And as I mentioned, I grabbed the bell housing. I grabbed it because, hey, that's a small block bell housing. We're going to be doing things before this truck came along with one that I deleted. Went on the chopping block. I figured, well, you know what? That'll be fine. I'm not sure if that gave me the backing plate or not. Probably not, because I don't know if I left it or what the case be, but anyhow. The backing plate from the 6s, this is a third one fourth one that I've had kicking around. I'm not sure if I mixed a 302 backing plate, the spacer, or the 300. It shouldn't make a bit of difference. I don't know. Okay, so we have a 302 bell housing, which is a small block Ford. Fine. All right. In one of these ventures, the engine came with a starter. Now we're getting to it. So I kept the starter. I figured, well, you know what? I'll put that aside. Maybe that'll work enough. Get this thing rolling around when the time should come. Well, just the other day, earlier this week, something like that, I threw that starter in there and it didn't go in right. Didn't seem like it had the clearance. It went in. It didn't kind of angle from side to side. I kind of had to wiggle it to go in the hole and then bolt it up. I bolted it up. I pulled the cover off of the starter, at the top of the starter, and went to manually check the clearances and things like that on this engagement drive, and it didn't go in. I took and moved the motor around a little bit. It didn't seem to go in. All right, so bringing this up was I got a hold of a flywheel for the 11-inch clutch for this application. That brings the flywheel to overall dimension of 14 and a half, 3/4 inches in overall diameter. Well, all these trucks came out with a 11-inch overall dimension, not the 14. I'm having problems. I don't know what to do. I have a starter coming in today. We'll see how this goes. I don't know if this has anything to do with a factor or not. That starter I threw in there may not have been correct. I hope we can overcome this. It's going to be a nightmare if it's not it. All right. So, we are ready to start rolling this thing around. The starter. If this works out. Distributor's in. I don't have anything else hooked up to it. No coil, no box or nothing. No water pump. It's full oil. It's ready to turn to rotate. New clutch and all that shit. Yeah. Steering column is redone. Most of the electrics are done. Most of it. I still have some plugging to do. Dash is somewhat in place. It's a bunch of storage. I have things to do yet, but we're getting there slowly. So yeah. The steering shaft is back in. I still have to bolt it up, things like that yet. I still have things to snug up and everything yet. But it's coming. It's coming. There's some more parts to it I have to yet put in after I get it to roll over, this and that and the other. Which I plan on throwing a video on that as well. I'm holding off on the valve cover. I'm holding off on the inspection plate for the lifters for a reason momentarily. We'll get all this cleaned up and sealed up after I start rotating it and I see visual oil. Yeah. I want to make sure it's going to be alright. Oil pressure, what have you. I have a few things to do yet before it starts, but I think I can start turning it, honestly. So, Yeah. I had to open this up a little bit for a bigger radiator. I took off like 5 inches, something like that. Yeah, that's what there is to go over here, I guess. Another view of the dash. Some of the heaters in. I still have this wiring to hang up. It's got these hangers on here. Got these hangers here someplace, and they're meant to bolt up to, like, somewhere's up there. Yeah, I don't remember. It's been a while. Honestly, it's been a while. I cleaned that up earlier in the project as the best I thought I could. Soap and water and let it dry out real good. It's had months now to dry out, so we're in good shape there, I would say. This is coming really close, so yeah, I plan on doing a video of it, cranking it over and priming the oil system, things like that. Things happen differently with this project. I wanted to spin the oil pump before dropping the distributor, but the setup it has, the shaft wasn't long enough, and I was afraid of not being able to get it back out to put it in the right way and everything else when it came to it. On and on and on and on. That one didn't happen, so yeah. So alright, thanks for looking. Have a good one. See you on the next clip.